All right. Hello, everybody. Now, I know you're expecting the normal episode, but that will go up right after this. James has informed me that it is now officially time to play the final story of the fan adaptation of chapters that were exclusive to the manga. This one is called Cage of Obligations, and it's taking place at right around, maybe a bit before where we stopped the last stream, where Angie came back to her family. She was revived by Beatrice near the end of episode 8, or approaching the climax of episode 8. Hello, James, Apparition, G-chan, Nagels, Oe, and Oe. So it's basically an alternative version of one of the scenes from last time. Hello, Archie Red. Welcome to the stream. So this shouldn't be too long, and we will get into episode 8 right after. All right? So don't worry. So we're still going to have the regular episode 8 stream. We're going to get to that big battle that's just about to happen. Hello, Psyoff. And I can't wait for that too. Hello, Red Truth. Welcome. I don't think I've seen you live before. Let's get into it. Hello, Guffy Force. The Cage of Obligations. Following an unwanted truth, the young girl despairs. An alternate view of a familiar scene. No more questions are being asked, but this is quite difficult for us. Hello, Ramsh. We're doing the next chapter of episode 8 right after this, so don't worry. Everybody's looking for that. Thank you to James. Please tell me, by the way, I know this is a different thing, so please tell me if the music is too loud or too soft or something like that. I would really like to know. Because, yeah, it's a bit loud for me right here. Let me just turn down the volume for myself. For you guys, yeah, it looks pretty loud too. I'll turn it down just a bit. Yeah, I thought so. Yep. Okay, turning it down. Alright, that should be good. A pair of hair accessories, as well as various featureless lumps of flesh and meat, aimlessly drifted along the waves of the sea of nothingness. Slowly but surely, that lump of flesh began to remember itself from the very beginning. Funny, Romsh. Oh, geez, damn it, your comment made me laugh at an inappropriate moment. Oh my god, this...
It seems suited to father's personality, but giving such a talisman to a baby girl like that is just... Apparently it's meant to ward off evil spirits.
Yep, Senpai G, episode 8 is going to stream right after this, so don't worry. Also, welcome to the stream. Yes, Angie. I know it's scary. I'm so sorry, Natsuhi-san. The crime must have given you a headache. It is quite all right. It reminds me of when Jessica was a baby. I wish we had a baby girl of our own. Oh, God. Eva. Oh, God.
Even when she's crying, she's just as much of an angel as her name.
Look, Mama, I cut you some flowers. Maria, where did you... I'm so sorry, Nissan.
Don't worry, the roses will grow back.
Look, Mama, you're like a princess. Oh. Maria. Oh, this girl.
Here, a flower for Angie too.
You look so fashionable, Angie. That's my little sister.
Huh? Well, I am the lady of the shimmy house. Oh! Oni-chan, will you live at home with us now? Angie wants you to be here. Angie wants everyone to be together.
Oh, who's saying this? God damn it. I don't know who's saying this. Now we know Joe Chrono's pain. Oh god. I'm gonna assume it's Battler. Angie. Angie, thank goodness. I could feel my body being lifted up firmly and hugged roughly. Mom, oh, it's okay, so it's Kirie and Rudolph. Damn. Mom and Dad were hugging me. My eyelids have been open for a while now. I could feel the light slowly returning to my eyes. Just like when your eyes get used to the dark. My eyes got used to the light, and bit by bit the scene around me came into view. However, it was an unusual sight, which seemed to be very far away. My body was being hugged by Dad and Mom. Dad was sniffling, his face covered with tears. There were tears in Mom's eyes too as she held me tight. It was so strong that it hurt a bit. As my eyes adjusted, I could see other people besides my parents. Everyone was there. George Oni-chan, Jessica Oni-chan, Maria Oni-chan. My uncles and aunts. Even Sakutaro. And there was the witch Virgilia and Renove and... Where? You were quite fortunate. By chance, we found you drifting in the waves of the sea of nothingness. You were in a terrible state. It took quite some time to make you remember your true form. Beatrice. So, this is...
A golden land. Your whole family's been waiting for you here to return.
We knew you would come home, sweetheart. Did I come home because I was supposed to? I've gone back to how I'm supposed to be, and now...
No, you did come home.
That's right. You made it back here because you wanted to come back to us. Dad. Mom. Oh, God! Oh, God! As Mom and Dad drew closer for another embrace, my mind was filled with horrifying images. They were reflections of the inside of that book. Oh my God, wow. So that means the real truth was very, very similar, if not identical, to the episode 7 Tea Party, wasn't it? Oh my God. At that moment, I pushed Mom and Dad away from me and fell backwards onto the ground, clutching my head. Angie. So, you learned it. The single truth. Mom and Dad's faces darkened. As did Aunt Eva's. However, Beatrice's eyes only widened in shock. Angie, that red fragment you have, it couldn't be. It all just flowed into me at once while my mind was scattered. That horrible, shitty confession of yours! Confession of the Golden Witch. I see. For it to wind up with you, of all people. The goddess of fate must truly hate me. I just don't get it anymore! What am I supposed to believe in? What am I supposed to hate? What am I supposed to do? Oh my god. Angie-chan. Why are you so confused? If you've seen it, then you must understand. I am the one you ought to hate. It is my fault. I stole your family from you. Huh? Hello, Luce.
I stole your family from you.
Hello, Void Dweller. I stole your family from you, as well as the future from your family. What is that? A joke? You're going to tell me that it was a witch after all? That it was all a witch's fault? That nobody's to blame? Jokrono! Welcome! Wow, it's an unused track. I am speaking to you as the human culprit. I was the one who created that tragedy. I would have killed everyone regardless of how it ended. In countless fragments, I took their lives. In that particular outcome, I plotted a murder-suicide. I led the adults on. And enticed them to fight amongst themselves. I took the lives of all the others for my own personal reasons. If I had not set up that plan, the tragedy would not have occurred. Is that Angie or Beatrice? Is this Angie or Beatrice talking? Oh, fuck. Holy shit, Jokona, you haven't seen this yet. Wow, what an honor. Hello, Vince. Oh my god. That's Beato, I thought so. Just making sure. I think I could have saved their lives. If I truly mourned the world, I could have died alone.
If I died, would you cry over me? I am sure he would cry until his tears dried completely, and then he'd eventually move on with someone else, as if none of it had ever happened.
I think this is Beatrice, because I switched to the Shannon voice because it showed Shannon, but I think this is probably Beatrice talking. I don't want that. I don't want him to go to anyone else. If I had cared for everyone, I could have chosen to take something so dangerous, that seed of all conflict, and destroyed it or thrown it into the sea. As the master of that room, that was my right. That alone could have saved everyone. And yet I did not do that. At that time, I never even noticed that it was amongst the options I had. I did not try to see it or think of it. Because I had taken all my options, all my futures, and cast them aside. It's funny. This entire time, I believed that happiness was something only God or other people could give you. I was always passive, indulging myself in fantasy. I ran from reality and chose to live in false happiness. I ran. And ran. And because all I did was run, nothing in reality ever changed. Yeah, this is an exclusive music track from the album that was never used. I chose this to be my final escape. So listen, Angie. If I had lived in this body, I could have experienced untold happiness. Had I searched for an option that I was unable to see, if I had been able to live in reality, if instead of clinging to fear, I had reached out on my own, I think I too would have been able to find a completely different outcome. Perhaps I could have grasped that moment when I found that the living might not be so bad after all. Beato continued to speak, clenching her own hands. Indeed, the possibilities were truly endless. But by doing nothing, I pretended they didn't exist. All I did was close off the future. I crushed that possibility with my own hands. In my own selfishness, I dragged everyone's futures along with me into that dead end. I don't ask for your forgiveness. Hate me if you must. You have the right to despise me for the rest of your life. Hello, Joy. I am sorry, Angie. And you too, my one-winged family. I continue to wail, hitting at Beato's chest.
Angie, don't be mean to Beato.
It is all right. As I continue to sob, no noise was heard in the garden except for the rain hitting the ground. Until... I'm gonna guess that this is Beatrice. Oh, that's Kinzo. God damn it! Father.
Beatrice! I will not allow you to place all the weight on your shoulders alone. All of these sins have root in my mistakes. Begging for forgiveness from the dead will not wipe clean my sin and its effects on my family. It was I who set Beatrice on this thorny path. This outcome is a product of my mistakes.
Kinzo, you?
And I think many of the others agree.
That may be true, but if I had been a better friend, able to call you out on your mistakes. And I am to blame that Beatrice Summer was unable to be saved from a thorny destiny. I was aware of everything, so I should have protected her and guided her, even if it violated my oath as a servant.
And I was the one who taught her magic as a child. As a mother, it is my responsibility for giving her the means to hide from the things that she did not want to see.
You. All of you.
That's right. There isn't even room for excuses. We're sorry for not being parents you could be proud of, Angie.
Regardless of whether we were goaded into it, threatened into it, or bribed into it, our sins fed into this outcome. God. Who is this? Okay, I'm gonna assume that this is Kirie. If we'd have been more concerned with being the type of folks who could stand tall and be proud for you. That's Hideyoshi, god damn it!
Regardless of whether we were goaded into it, threatened into it, or bribed into it, our sins fed into this outcome. If we'd have been more concerned with being the type of folks who could stand tall and be proud for you, then it wouldn't have come to this, Angie-ton.
If Maria had been a better girl, could she have gotten along better with Mama?
Oh no! Maria, don't you even think of blaming yourself. No, dear. Rosa gently embraced Maria. It was my fault. I should have accepted you for who you are. I think if I had paid more attention to my girlfriend, if I hadn't been afraid when I saw those eyes that seemed to want to tell me something, if I had not spoken of dreams just to avoid looking at those eyes, if I had been a stronger man who she could have trusted and relied on, then maybe I could have saved her. Same here. If I had been a better friend that Shannon could have opened up her heart to. Because I think what it comes down to is that she wound up in that dead end. Because of the mistakes and missed opportunities around us. That sin piling atop sin. Building itself up like the bars of a cage, all mixed up and muddy until there was no escape. My God. Hello, Flared 9. Yeah, I think I get it. That tragedy wasn't the fault of any single person. It was the karma of this entire family, all tangled together. A predestined fate. Yup. As you know, Angie, you know that even in a world where Beatrice was raised in a good environment, this still happened. If everyone had been able to choose the option they couldn't see, as Beatrice said, and remove that cage around us, then a different future would have been possible. And though that could never come true, maybe because of that, Oni-chan wanted to show me those sweet dreams inside the cat box. Is this Angie or Beatrice? I think this is probably Beatrice. I'm gonna take a guess here. How ironic that we should only realize that at this late juncture.
It's because we're here in the Golden Land. Without any constraints, we're finally able to admit our wrongdoings and forgive.
Perhaps it would have been beyond us, but I would have liked for that to have come true while we still lived, so we could have seen that future. Angie, surviving those 12 years must have been painful. Even after all that time, the chain of misery that we bore continues to bind and torment you. You once said that you were a ghost, living off of idle fantasies,
that you had no use for a lie for in a future where no one came back for you.
This is an amazing chapter.
Then you are just like me. So listen to me. It might plunge you into the depths of agony again, but listen to me. You must live, Angie! Laugh and love and experience all of the things that will move your heart. If there is no happiness in reality, then find and create your own. Live in order to make reality shine brighter. Because the place you reach when you flee from reality contains neither happiness nor future. At the very end, you may have faced the truth head on, so stay alive and seize your happiness. Angie.
Oh my god. Oh my god, and now I assume it goes into the reunion as it was in the main story. Oh my god, what a chapter. Thank you, James. Thank you, Ryukishi and the manga author. Holy shit. Holy shit. There's a bit more? James? Oh my god. There's a bit more. Okay. I'm sorry, Antiva, for you having me of all people as your adopted daughter. I assume it must have been hell. And by not opening up about it even at the very end, you were just trying to protect me. You were always my strongest ally. I'm not a noble person like that. I did it all out of self-preservation, drowning in my own sorrow, and ended up not fulfilling any of my promises. But you did raise me! Had I not chosen the wrong path on that day, we might have been able to build a new future together! Fucking Birdcastle!
Angie-chan.
I'm sorry, and thank you, my second mother. The two of them hugged each other quietly, burying their faces in the other's shoulders and sobbing for quite some time. Battler stood alone in the rose garden maze, letting the rain quietly fall on him. After searching for some time, Angie found him. Is he angry? I went against his directions and ended up reading the book. Battler, Oni-chan.
Hey.
Battler patted Angie gently on the head.
I was never trying to force your decision. It seems like my game failed to make its point. Because, regardless of if you take a peek into that diary, I have no right whatsoever to blame you. If only you had
Okay, oh, that's the flashback to
Erica, and even Beato told me.
Who was it that told me I should just write a letter saying, oh, that's, who, saying I like you. Who was it that told me that I should just write a letter saying I like you? If you don't say anything to her, I will. Actually, I have something to tell her myself. What Angie wants is neither consolation nor trickery. She wants the truth concerning us all. Liv. Yeah, Beato's words had quite an impact on me. I get the point now, but I'd have liked for you to say it more directly. But maybe that's just me being a girl.
Hey! Quit pretending to be an adult all of a sudden.
This game of yours.
What kind of brother would willingly show the ugly side of their family to his sister? I thought that if I made it seem as if the negative points about our family were just their image in society, I could wipe away the image you had in your mind.
Yeah, so that's why it was so cut down.
I was never trying to hide the truth or plaster everything with illusions, even though there was never any Halloween party that day.
Yeah. What he prepared for me. If everyone
hadn't been tied down by such heavy shackles, we could have all smiled like that.
It was a game close to a heaven called the Golden Land.
All of that is part of their true forms as well.
Yeah, I remembered all of that as well. It was a gloomy and scary family, but there were also days you all made me smile. And when we all smiled together, you were neither pure villains nor saints. You were just my family, with a lot of thoughts and problems of your own. Hello, Truths and Falsehoods. Welcome to the stream. Oh, that is Angie. It's not like I've completely forgiven Beato yet, but I understand her. She too was a victim, and in a certain way so was grandfather. His life was screwed up by the elders, and you could call him a victim of that. Oh, I thought you were being sarcastic, Truths and Falsehoods. All of you lived with all this twilight in your hearts, as if the result of the chain of misfortune in this family was that of fateful October 4th and 5th. And I want to understand all of them, as one of them. This is my first step in cutting this chain of misfortune. I finally feel like facing you all, not as culprits or victims, but as my family. Thank you, Oni-chan.
We're all already dead.
Yeah.
You learned that when you saw the single truth. That means that the source of your life these past 12 years, the hope that someone may still be alive, is completely gone.
Yes.
I'm sorry for not being able to come home.
Yeah.
When I reached the truth of Beato's game, and when I understood the nature of the cat box that enveloped us, I knew that I couldn't go home and live by your side.
Yeah.
But I also knew that telling you that would mean robbing you of your hope.
He didn't even realize he was dead. Battler had no idea he was dead up until the end of part 5. Oh my god.
But I also knew that telling you that would mean robbing you of your hope. So I just couldn't bring myself to do it.
Yeah, I know.
I don't exist in the future. But I will always be behind you, protecting you. Because I wish for your happiness, together with all the others.
Yeah. What will you do?
What will you do now?
To tell the truth, I have no idea yet. I know that I have to live, especially now that I've heard everyone's thoughts. But it's not like there's anything I want to do with my life. I live just to learn the single truth. And now that I know it, I have no goal. How about one fucking goal? You kick Berncastle's ass!
Then how about starting by putting one of those big titty...
Oh my god! Oh my god! Hello, Victor Marcello.
Then how about starting by putting one of those big titty puddings in front of my grave?
Oh my god! What? Do you honestly want to make a young girl do something like that? Just go back to making fun of my hair!
Well, sometimes it's just nice to live while searching for something you want to do.
What I don't want to do is keep lamenting the fact that it might have been better for me not to know the truth. In the end, I learned it. Another thing. What happened to the Book of the Single Truth? I gave the key to Berncastle, then...
Yay, I get to be here too! Look at my old school graphics! Well, according to the program schedule, the final convention for the Rogan Mystery for Guess and Goats should be happening right about now.
Lambda Delta appeared, nonchalantly munching popcorn.
Since they wanted to present all the illusions before opening the cat box, we should be heading now for the climax now, right? If it's over, then the long-awaited opening of the Book of the Single Truth has finally come!
Lambda Delta!
But the key and the book are in Berncastle's hands.
Oh, that's Angie. Both the key and the book are in Berncastle's hands. Doesn't that mean the book could be opened any moment now? I was completely fixated on Aunt Eva being the culprit. That's why I wanted to make it public, so that I could have my revenge by revealing her sins. But now that I know the truth, there's no reason to do that. Even if it was made public, there's no one who stands to gain from that. If I have to go back to the City of Books. Berncastle forgot to take this back when she threw me away. Angie fished through her pocket and pulled out a bell with a blue ribbon tied to it.
So you've got a temporary entrance pass instead of an invitation? With that, at least one person could enter. Well, if someone were to send you to the main Sea of Fate fragments, that is.
Straight after this stream, Void Dweller. Right after the stream. I'll go. I'll stop the Book of the Single Truth from being made public. Please send me there, Lambda Delta. Oh, that's Battler. God damn it.
I'll go. I'll stop the Book of the Single Truth from being made public. Please send me there, Lambda Delta.
Oni-chan.
I don't really care which one of you goes, but are you really sure? Right now, you're just a ghost, being given a momentary existence within Beto's cat box, as well as the spirit body of a human who's a half-baked witch that lost Burn's protection.
Yep, so that's what Angie is. Okay.
The City of Books is pandemonium! A hotbed of monsters among monsters!
Hello, guest visitor. Welcome to the stream.
For them, your bugs even smaller than flies! They'll just smack you, turn into your gooey mess, and that'll be game over to you! Game over, man! Game over!
That may be so, but what's to be gained by standing around here? If the single truth is made public and the cat box is opened, we'll be like that anyway. No, this is even worse than that. This is about Angie's future. If that truth is made public, then people will question Angie even more than before. If she's surrounded by that, even after she finally decided to live, then she might end up turning back on that. I'll protect the future where Angie strives to live. That's my final duty as her Oni-chan!
No, I'll go. I'm not placing this responsibility on you anymore. I'll take responsibility for the seeds I've sown.
Let go of the bell, Angie. Let me at least have one last chance to be cool.
No, this is my duty. I was the one who gave the book and the key to Burncastle. This is where I draw the line.
Ha! Let's sit aside for just now. Now, which one of these two would I have to take along for the most entertaining development?
Oh my god! This is amazing!
The Golden Land is already surrounded by the naval fleet, and there's no way around it. It's a one-sided game where Burn can destroy anything whenever she pleases. If everyone's just sitting around waiting to be destroyed, then it might be fun to make an attempt to take back the Book of the Single Truth. Anyhow, regardless of who I take, there should be a chance for me to sneak out. But it's not like I wouldn't make any enemies with that. The most interesting ones are clearly Battler and Angie. It's just about who would weave the most dramatic tale now. But the constant jiggling is really pissing me the fuck off! Can't these two get along? I can't even think straight like this! Well, I never think straight, but that's the problem. That's hardly a problem. Stop, you two! Just stop it!
We're trying to have a brother-sister discussion over here.
Just stop and let go of each other. Battler has the bell, right? Try jumping.
Battler jumped and a jingling sound could be heard from his pocket.
Now, Angie, you try jumping.
Angie jumped and a jingling sound could also be heard from her pocket. What? Why me too? I only received one. Huh? Hello, Burncaster. Hello, T. Welcome to the stream. Angie reached into her pocket and there was without a doubt a bell in there.
I wouldn't know why. What matters is that you two have both permission to enter now. If there's two of them, there, you have no reason to fight with each other. For the love of God! This game has always been for you two's sake, so just go already and put an end to it together. Come on.
Lambda Delta.
Alright, I'll take you to the city of Bucks, alright? I'll only be going to watching on the sidelines with my popcorn to see how you fight and beat Burn and Black and Blue. Okay? I want an all-out, knockdown, drag-out battle!
Lambda Delta, thank you.
Collider is gonna really looking forward to some kind of big GBZ action here. You better not disappoint her.
You're going, Angie. Everyone.
Don't forget, no matter what kind of ending you weave, we're always at your side!
I turned back and nodded in response. Yeah, I won't let this game, created from the truth of everyone's hearts, ever be denied. Alright, you guys! Woo! I am so glad I read that. That was a badass chapter. Thank you, James, so much for letting me experience this. I'm not going to give my so long farewell because this stream will end right now. But we will be back in a few short minutes. I have to set up the real stream for tonight. So thank you so much, James. Everyone give them a big round of applause. Seriously. 42 minutes. Awesome apparition. Great. Okay, so yeah, the manga did confirm that it was Beatrice that gave it. I thought that was amazing, James. Again, I'll take any excuse to be Lambda Delta and Beatrice. All right. All right, I'm going to end this one for now, and I'll be right back in like less than 5 minutes with the next chapter of episode 8.